is remind everybody is reminding Julie it's time. Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Let's wait for a few minutes. Oh gosh, the number just kind of pop up really quickly. Hello everyone. Hope you enjoy the Q&A session previous to this session. Today is Monday, January 22nd, 2024. We do hope that you are well, and it's another day in the week. It's Monday. Always. I love Monday, Michael. I don't know about you. I love Monday because I'm looking forward to this session. Hi, Michael.
I certainly love Mondays because of that, Julie.
Yes.
So, hey, any opportunity to talk on passive, you gotta love it. So,
absolutely. All right, you guys, are we all ready to talk about on passive ecosystem? Because we definitely are. All right, so basically 9 months ago, Michael and I did a discussion about the ecosystem, the on passive ecosystem. At that time, we just basically roughly talked about it. So if you are on the YouTube channel and you would like to listen to that again, go to our YouTube channel. There's a playlist with myself and Michael on there. So what you want to do is just search for ecosystem. It should pop up, and if you need, just reach out to me and I'll send it over to you if you couldn't find it. Okay, so it's on our YouTube playlist. Listen to that ecosystem, because I believe the ecosystem, on passive ecosystem, is a treasure chest. All right, everything that on passive doing, everything, it's all boiled down to on passive ecosystem. And so we'll have to ask that question again for a lot of people who haven't listened to or not having a knowledge about on passive ecosystem. So let's start with just that, Michael. What is on passive ecosystem?
well, it's your business hub. It's your everything. It's your lifeline, so to speak, when it comes to your own passive business, right? Everything that you need, single sign-on, everything, one-stop shop, everything under one umbrella, one place to view all that you need going forward to build your business. Okay, that's your ecosystem, right? It encompasses, your products, your tools, like everything that you need, to run your business. Okay, everything you need to be updated on your business, everything that you need to stay in contact with your customers, your contacts, everything. It's a one-stop shop for your business.
That's it, everyone. That's your ecosystem. We don't need to talk more about it.
No, let's go home.
That's it. Let's go home. Let's go to our ecosystem and look. But that is what our on passive ecosystem is your business hub. It's everything that you will ever need, right? If you're working on your business, need something, a platform. We all living in an ecosystem somewhere, in our community, in our country. It's all that ecosystem that we're living in. It's one place. Here's one ecosystem. Here's another one. Here's another one. But now you can go into the on passive ecosystem and you can access to everything around the world. You can access to everything. Okay, I'm talking about in general. It's all in one place. Sign in, log in, you get access to everything. I'm just going to sit here and mention a few things that are on top of my head. You have an email platform that you actually can do so much. It's for free. There's no limitation of how long it lasts, what kind of storage I have. You can if you only have a business that all you do is working on email, you have an email platform that you can do everything with your business within that email platform. It's amazing. And if you haven't even tried that yet, you should. And it's there, it's dynamic. You want to send videos, a message to people, everything, it's there in one place. Okay, that's the first one. What else do we have? I'm talking about the products within the ecosystem, right? You got three free
Mhm.
product. You got ONET, which is your premium social media, premium, your AI revolutionary, social media platform that you could use. Very safe, secure. It's all there. You also have Otrim. Those are all free product that you actually can access to it, and it's in our ecosystem. You actually can have your own ecosystem. No, you can have access to that ecosystem completely free. There's
Mhm.
so much more that we can talk about ecosystem of unpassive. It's harmony and all that is being built together. It's with the heart, with you and I in mind.
Mhm. Yeah, like when you talk about we all live within an ecosystem. I mean, just think about what your day to day needs are. You got to go here to this store to buy your groceries. Maybe you have another store that you go to for your clothing. For education, right? It's another location that you go to or you send your children to. You need to get gas for your car. Like there's all these things are usually within your community. Typically you don't have to leave your city, let's say, to go get whatever else that you may need. Like everything is normally there, within close proximity of what you need. Okay, and so this is our ecosystem from a digital footprint standpoint, right? That everything that I need, it's all right here. I go to one place, one location, right? One website. I log in, right? And then I'm exposed to everything. Now, we're not saying that we're there right now. We're not saying you have everything right now that you will need, okay? But that's what the ecosystem is and will be, okay? It will have everything. So if you need any type of online learning, okay, online education to get recertified for something, etc., okay, you'll be able to find that within your ecosystem, okay? If you whether you need domain names, whether you need targeted traffic, whether you need a video conferencing platform, whatever the case may be that you need digitally, like on the internet, it's all going to be inside there. And then, of course, there'll be some more goodies that may not necessarily be from a digital standpoint. Okay. But the point is that everything that you need going forward, on the internet, it's all going to be inside your ecosystem. So you won't have to be looking elsewhere outside of your on passive ecosystem for something that you feel you need, to run a business online, right? So everything will be there for you, and that's a good thing. It saves you time, right? Time. I think people underestimate time, Julie. It's like if I have to go, drive 12 hours to get somewhere, I value my time. So I'd rather jump on a plane and the plane's going to take me maybe 2 hours to get there, right? So I've saved so many hours, right? And that's important to me, right? So time is important, right? I really don't like wasting time, and I don't like people wasting my time. You understand? So that's important. So time is a big factor, because you can monetize time. I can put a dollar value as to what my time is worth in my eyes. Okay. So time is important. So it's a huge thing, especially when it comes to business, right? Okay, if you work for a job, you think your boss wants you to take a 1 hour break when you're only supposed to have 15-minute break, right? They'll penalize you, maybe even fire you for doing something like that, right? Time is important, right? They say time is money. Now, also, you have the cost factor, you have the money factor, right? Where as a business, you want to save money, you want to get the most bang for your buck, right? So, all of that is important when it comes to our ecosystem. So we will be able to help people save time and help them save money. And not just save money, but also on the other side of it, be able to generate revenue, right? Who wouldn't want to generate more revenue? Who wouldn't want more income, right? So all that is there. So when we say everything that one will need venturing on the internet, we mean everything. So that's certainly a good thing, Julie. So our ecosystem is very, very powerful, and all we want to do to expose other people to it, it says, hey, it's free. Come on in, take a look. No strings attached, right? So how simple it is to expand your network when it comes to your ecosystem, because you're able to provide it to people, offer it to people, share it with people for free.
Absolutely. And one thing that we are talking about is that the ecosystem is your one stop destination to actually simplify all the complexity of our business, whatever that business that you are in. You know, we can pull up, I don't know, music. Let's just use a music store, Michael, as an example, right? So when we talk about simplifying all the complexity of our business, let's pick a business. Let's pick music business. How does that simplify the complexity of that business? Let's talk about I don't know, a music store that sells record and music sheet, or let's pick that business. How does that simplify the complexity of that business?
Well, when you look at business, you have to see, what does that business need in order to function, right? So, any business, okay, we don't have to even be specific, but any business at all, right? What does that business need to function, right? And so most businesses need exposure, right? They have to be able to have people who are interested in whatever service, whatever products, whatever they have to offer, right? People need to know about it. Businesses don't operate in a vacuum, right? So you have, for a legitimate business, you have to be able to sell products, you have to sell services. So you have to be able to let people know about all of that. Okay. So if you can come to On Passive, a one-stop shop to get exposure for your business, that's a good thing, right? That's one less place that you have to go looking for that exposure, right? And then to run the business, okay? Someone starting out and it's okay. Well, I want to start, selling whatever, right? And so, how do I go about doing that? Well, I need to have a domain name because I need to have a website. I need to be able to create content, right? All of that will be able to be done within On Passive ecosystem, right? So the entire sales process, again, whatever a person is selling that is legal, the entire sales process can all be automated within your On Passive ecosystem. When you bring in automation, you're saving time. When you bring in automation, you're also saving money because now, okay, there's less workers that I actually need because I can automate certain functions, right? So everything that a business need can be found inside there, right? And so, and again, we're talking about the totality of the ecosystem, folks. I have to keep bringing this up. We're not talking about the current state of the ecosystem. We're talking about the totality, okay? So when it's all said and done, business will be able to come and just, one stop shop. I don't need to, think of Walmart, right? People go to Walmart now and they can buy groceries. What was Walmart always selling groceries? No, right? So you can go and get whatever you need from a pharmacy. You can get it inside Walmart. Whatever you need from clothing, you can get it inside Walmart. Whatever you need for even cars, Walmart, change oil, and you can buy tire and all these things, right? It's all there. You go to Amazon, you can buy this and this and this, and you get all these different things by just going to one place, and you understand? So think of On Passive as your one-stop shop for any business that's want to save money or they want to save time. It's all there. And then, as I said, the other piece of it, right, which, you usually don't find this as well, but the other piece of it is also be able to generate income, because that business can use that newfound income, right, and put it back into their business, okay, to expand, right? So every business is always looking for more ways to be able to increase their revenue, right? Unfortunately, what we see is that the easiest thing for them to do is to just cut staff, right? Which is not necessarily the best thing for the economy, but that's the easiest thing. Here at On Passive, we don't need to cut staff. On Passive is always expanded. If you go into our site, you'll see that they're employing more people, right? More opportunities are available, right? Because we're constantly expanding, right? So it is that one-stop shop. If people fully understand what the ecosystem has to offer, and when we start talking about, Julie, about some of the new projects, right? And when we bring those things into play, right? Our ecosystem is going to go viral, folks. There is no doubt about it. Unfortunately, many just look at, what they see right now. Okay, but that's not a true visionary, though. Somebody who's a visionary, you're going to look beyond sight, right? You're going to look beyond what you see, right, in front of you. Okay. And so when we get there, it's going to be a beautiful thing, Julie.
Absolutely. Not only that, it is beautiful, it's also fully autonomous software solutions.
Mm-hmm.
Any one of us, we talked a lot about business owners. However, the OnPassive ecosystem, not only for business owner, for any consumers, that's why we call, all the consumers of the ecosystem there, we're all users. We know for sure that the 1.4 million, I can't say the word.
Million.
1.4 million unique users in the ecosystem, and there's another 3 million somewhere that's coming in, and there's more people coming in, because why? You can access to the ecosystem for free. All you got to do is get back with someone who gives you the link. You go on there and you sign, you join in, you register with your email. You are becoming a user of the ecosystem. It's a dynamic system that's setting together for everyone within that system have an equal share, equal wins, and equal access to everything that is offered on Passive. I have to mention there are marketplace, and if you are in any kind of marketplace, you know how big it is of a marketplace. You have everything that you can have access to, right? Currently, right now in OnPassive ecosystem, the marketplace are all the products that is offering in OnPassive. You have access to a wallet, right? You actually have access to your contacts. If you need a place to hold your contacts of people and organize it, it is in the ecosystem of OnPassive. Also, as of this point, you have the business link, your business link in the ecosystem. But down the road, there's be business links that you actually can put it in there. Now, we also have a calendar that actually organize all the events that happening. If you want those calendars just to be your own private calendars, or you can have the calendars of all the event that's happening in the ecosystem, it's also there. You have a list of products, and if we are in the ecosystem, we really kind of see what products are about to introduce to the world. Literally, in the ecosystem, in the OnPassive ecosystem, your entire desk is organized within that one system, and you log in one time, you get access to everything that you need, and everything that you need is in one place. To me, it's a source of traffic for your business.
Absolutely. With, as you mentioned, the marketplace, you're going to have more and more people come in because they're looking for places, right? As I said earlier about exposure, right? The marketplace will be able to give them that, right? Whereby they can put their business, whatever their business, again, as long as it's legit, et cetera, right? They can put their business, they can display their business there, and you're going to have the millions upon millions of customers, users, et cetera, will be exposed to that, right? So think of that kind of traffic, right? That you'll have. But the thing I like about our ecosystem, Julie, is the unlimited aspect of it, right? You can have unlimited contacts. The company's not going to charge you more money because you have, 1 million contacts versus having 1,000, right? You can have as many contacts as you want inside there. You can have as many customers as you like inside there. The products then are unlimited. It's not a fixed amount of products. The company will continue to develop more and more products, that are needed, not just for the sake of developing products, but something, there's value. It's going to bring value to the marketplace, right? And so when you have that ecosystem that has that unlimited nature to it, It's a lot more appealing, it's a lot more attractive, right? People don't want to be limited, right? You have a Gmail account, for example, and you're limited to so many gigabytes, right, of storage, right, and so on. But hey, as you mentioned about mail, okay, unlimited amount, right? So when people again get to fully understand what our ecosystem is all about, the sky's the limit, right? The sky's the limit, whether it be from a business, whether it be from an individual. It doesn't matter, because the bulk of the people that will be inside that ecosystem are going to be customers, whether they're free customers, paid customers, they're going to be customers, right? And that's what you need to have a thriving business. You want customers upon customers upon customers upon customers. That's what makes your business successful. Without customers, what do you have? You have nothing, right? And so we'll be able to have multiple ways and means to be able to generate those customers within our ecosystem. Because again, all you're doing is putting something that's free in front of people, and they will take a look simply because it's free. And once they see the value, wow, I'm getting this much value for free. You know what I mean? Where are they going to go? They're going to stay because it's not costing them anything, right? And there's no pressure for them to buy. But when they do see something that makes sense to them, when they see something that's going to help them, right, they will make that purchase. Okay, because that's just how how we work. You walk into a store and you see something, yeah, some people will buy just for buying sake, but the majority of people, they're usually buying something that that's bringing them value to them. Okay, there's a reason why they're buying that tomato, they're buying that desk, they're buying that chair, they're buying that bed, they're buying that car, right? There's usually a reason. Okay, there's some value that you're receiving in return for that purchase, and that's what's going to happen inside our ecosystem.
Absolutely. When you're talking about that, and I'm really looking at the dashboard of the ecosystem, everything is in there. You actually can access your top customers list. You have actually, when you are in the ecosystem, you know exactly who are your customers are, right? It's all there. But don't forget, our OnPassive ecosystem, you actually can access it through an app also, right? On your phone, anywhere you go, everything is accessible through desktop or an app as well. And once you actually download the app, you can see the dynamic of it's all the design. Everything is seeable. You actually can see and very clear the color, the font, and how it is designed. So you got to have that experience when you are in our OnPassive ecosystem. You can see your wallet on your dashboard.
That's a nice feature.
Very nice. And it's right there to your face. And you're like, oh, I mean, I know that we say this, but to be truly 100% from the way how I see it, whatever that you want to, whatever that is your goal, and I know that you could validate me on this one, Michael. So whatever it is that your goal in terms of earning, you actually can set it and you can make that happen within OnPassive. And you can actually do that within the eco of OnPassive.
Absolutely. Well, there are a lot of people that don't know how to run a business, start a business, build a business, right? Most people just don't know how to do any of that, right? Most people will not be able to put all the right tools together. They wouldn't know where to go. Okay, I need to, even something as simple as getting a domain name, Julie. A lot of people don't even know what that is, right? And where do I get it? And how do I set it up? And you understand? How do I create content for a website? Most people don't know. I've seen some people's blogs. I'm like, what is that? You understand? Like, there's no real substance that's there. And yet you're expecting people to buy from you, right? It's not going to happen, right? So there's so much that goes into putting together a business, even from a physical standpoint, because we see stores closing down all the time. Why are they closing down? Okay, there's usually a reason why. Okay, and a lot of it has to do with if you're not making enough sales, okay, you're gonna go to business. If your business costs so much to cost X dollars to run, right, and the revenue that's coming in the doors is less than that X dollars, you're going out of business. Okay, it's as simple as that. You won't be able to sustain it. Okay, so all that goes with it. People just don't get it. They don't understand it. They don't. They'll tell you, well, why did your business fail? I don't know. Like they don't know. They can't analyze it. The good thing about on passive is that with our ecosystem, you don't have to be analytical. You don't have to be technical. You don't have to understand this. Everything is put together for you. The company understands what we need to be successful, and it says, okay, we're going to make this and make this and make this, and we're going to put it all together so that it runs nice and smoothly for you, because we know that you will not be able to do this on your own. So this is how we're going to help you and help you win, not just help you, right? Because you can get help from somebody, but it doesn't mean that you're going to win, right? You know what I mean? You're running a relay, right? Say a 4x1 relay. Okay. And so, yeah, you need all 4 members on that team. But, if one member is lacking and they're no good and they're really slow, chances are you ain't going to win. They're helping you because you need to get help to pass the baton, around the track. But if one member is no good, chances are you're not going to win. Unpassive doesn't have a weak link. Unpassive says in this relay, all 4 team members are strong. Okay. Meaning, everything that on passive is putting together has massive substance to it. There is real value to it. There's value that people are going to be looking for and that people are going to be receptive to. And therefore, that's going to make your business strong. So we, as an on passive, got you covered. We're taking care of all the heavy lifting for you because we know that you're not capable of doing it. It doesn't mean that you're not smart. You know what I mean? Okay, you can have somebody who's a judge, right? Or somebody who is an accountant, right? But they may not know how to fly a plane. It doesn't mean that they're not smart. You know what I mean, right? You can have somebody who's a surgeon, right? Okay, you have to be pretty smart to be a surgeon. You know what I mean? Okay, it doesn't mean that they can go fly a plane though, right? So it's not that people are not smart, but they probably don't have the knowledge. They don't have the know-how to put together the ability to be able to make money online, to be able to make money while you're sleeping, right? Most people don't understand that. You know what I mean? And so that's why we need experts. We need experts in our regular lives, financial experts, tax experts. We need a lot of experts to truly have a successful lifestyle. On Passive says, you know what? We understand all of that and we got you covered.
Absolutely. On Passive is your partner in business, partner in life, right? It's all there, and you can access to all of that through On Passive ecosystem. And by the way, On Passive ecosystem, you actually can access it everywhere around the world. We have all the languages that you need. So if you don't speak English, you speak other language, you actually can pick out the language that you want, so that it can help you also. When looking at the On Passive ecosystem, like I said, just on the dashboard, you access to everything on there. The products are all in there. On the left-hand side, everything, your customer list, your videos, your app, traffic, everything, it's on there in the very front center dashboard, right? And then in the menu page, you actually can see marketplace, you see your favorite subscriptions, your favorite products, your wallet is there, whatever that you order from the marketplace is there, all your users, all the tickets. And let's talk about a little bit about our we call them On Passive Success Team, because we don't have support in On Passive, right? Because everyone that is in On Passive, we want to help them to be successful. Therefore, we call it the successful team. And you actually can access to them through that little robot. And on the bottom, it's really simple. On Passive ecosystem, it's where you want to be.
If you want to win.
Exactly.
Thank you. If you don't want to win, you don't have to be there, right? But certainly, if you want to win, absolutely, Julie, because things are not going to get better out there. The economy is not going to get better. You know, people are delusional if they think that is the case. Okay. Things are going to get worse and worse. So think of your current situation. Think of whatever financial situation you may find yourself in right now. And do you think that's going to get better or it's going to get worse? Okay. It is going to get worse, right? There's no doubt about that, right? And so, you know, those who are in on passive ecosystem, based upon the model, based upon what the company is going about, based upon the company's focus on building up customer base, customers, focus on making sales, making the process seamless for everyone, right? Based upon all those things and more, right? Then you know that your financial situation is going to be better because you have a wallet whereby you can fund the wallet, but you can also withdraw from the wallet. So if I can fund something, Julie, that means I can put money into it. If I can withdraw, Julie, or a payout, it means that I can take money out and put that money to go towards paying my bills, etc. Okay, and so again, so if I understand all of that, and that is part of the process, okay, that's part of the reason why I'm going to win, because you know we need additional ways and means to be able to pay our bills, because sometimes that one job just isn't enough. So that's why a lot of people will start a home-based business, right? They may not go out there and have no big, big built brick and mortar business, but they may start a home-based business. They may be an affiliate for a particular company to sell whatever products, right? They may decide to make some things and sell it, right? Just a small business. Okay. Sometimes people hear the word business and they're thinking like, whoa, this is too big for me. But no, sometimes it's small business. Sometimes somebody decides to go buy a whole bunch of cases of bottled water and they'll go to an event and they'll sell, that bottle. That's a small business. Okay. And they're able to make a profit. Okay. So it doesn't have to be anything complicated. Sometimes you're able to make some crafts, right? And then you go to the marketplace and then you're able to sell your craft, right? You understand? So simple stuff like that. You're still in business, but it's a small business, right? And so a lot of people are looking to that avenue, Julie, as a means to supplement, right, whatever income they have right now. Okay, because that one job, it just isn't enough. It really isn't. And companies are not your friend. They're not trying to help you. You know what? I think you deserve a 50% raise. Like nobody gets that. A 10% raise. Nobody gets that. A 1% raise. Nobody gets that. Okay. Usually they want to, if you're making, I don't know, $20 an hour, $30 an hour, they're going to come and tell you, okay, we're going to give you an extra 50 cents an hour. You know what I mean? Like, really? Right. So, and you have unions and organizations that fight, Julie, to get an extra 50 cents an hour. They fight for that. Right. And I'm thinking to myself, wow. I mean, again, to each their own. Like if that's going to help you out, fantastic. But in the big picture, though, it doesn't help anybody. Not when you have to factor taxes and all these things into the equation. It doesn't. So you really want to have that business, okay, whereby you can have an unlimited amount of revenue, income, commissions. That's what you need. It's not that fixed 9 to 5, 8 to 4, 12 to 12, whatever the hours that you work. That's not it, because you will always be limited. Whereas if I have a business, Julie, and I can be on the beach somewhere and my business is still function because it's digital, because it's fully automated, right? That's fantastic, because now I can still do whatever it is that I'm doing in my fixed amount of hours that I have available to me. But because my business runs 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, okay, that is massive, right? So when people get to fully understand the power of the internet and how you can generate a real income from that, even to become a full-time income, even to become wealth, Julie, come on now. That's what we have in On Passive. That's what we have in our ecosystem. And as it continues to be developed, as it continues to be built out, more and more people are going to wake up to that fact and just simply embrace it, because that is what we really need if you're trying to get out of the rat race. If you're trying to be financially free, if you want total freedom, time freedom, financial freedom, two together, total freedom. If that's what you want, you have to have some type of business. Okay. And to me, this is the easiest way to get into that space is to have a home-based business, is to have something that's digital, something that's done on the internet, right? Because the internet does not sleep.
That's right. That's right. And if you could believe it or not, everything that we're talking with you right now has already given to companies, the recipes, the ingredients, and giving to other companies to actually do this, but they couldn't do it because they don't have a heart to do it to help humanity. And so that's why On Passive is taking all the ingredients, the recipes, and putting together and put it in the On Passive ecosystem with a heart, so that all of us who are in that ecosystem will be able to live in a harmony way with love and with care for other people. So on Thursday coming up, I'm going to be joining the O Passion group in Singapore, Malaysia. I'm going to be sharing, and we probably going to be dive deep into unpassive ecosystem, and why is it that unpassive ecosystem so important for people to focus on? Because everything that unpassive is doing right now is going toward the unpassive ecosystem. So if you are available, it's going to be at 10:30 p.m. Singapore time. Information will be passed out there, and I will be posting for those of you who are following me on Facebook and YouTube and all that. I'll be putting it out, and if you miss it, don't worry about it. It will be recorded and posted for you. And it's truly that ecosystem that it's being built, that we all are living into that ecosystem. It's a harmony place to be at, because everybody in there will win because of the way Unpassive is creating with a heart. And so if you haven't been in Unpassive ecosystem, ask somebody. They'll have a link for you to register and log in. You get access to it. And if you are in the ecosystem, it is really important for you to get to know it. You got to be familiarized with the people that you do, not just the people, the products and everything that's available in the ecosystem, because it is truly, like Michael said, there's some of us who spent 2 years, 10 years? How about 30 years? How about 45 years? How about 60 years living in an ecosystem that you work so hard? Some of us even have cancers because of that, right? Mm-hmm. To enrich someone. What about now you have an opportunity to actually enrich yourself, your health, your family? And Unpassive is your partner. Unpassive is where you want to be. Unpassive ecosystem is where you are. So I'm going to say I am living in Unpassive ecosystem. Are you? I am.
Yeah, well, Unpassive ecosystem simplifies everything for you, Julie, right? And, how do I simplify my life, right? I automate the process, yes. Right? I automate everything. Okay, for the people that come and they, shovel our driveway, I don't have to call them, right? It's automated. They know when to come. They come to do the thing. It's 100% automated. I don't have to pick up a phone and call someone. I don't have to send an email to someone and say, "Hey, come." No, they cut a grass. They know when to come cut the grass, etc. Right? You automate things in your life. Okay. The same thing goes in your business. You automate it. Right? If you want work to be done, you can automate that work. Get other people to do it for you. Yes, it costs money. I fully understand that. But my point is, how to simplify it is you try to automate as much as possible. Right? It's like delegated. Have other people do it. Okay, that's what Unpassive is about. Automating everything for you. Right? Simplifying things for you. Okay? Delegate it by reaching out to experts that they need to do this and this and this and this. Right? That we can't do, right? That's what that's all about, folks. So obviously that is going to make things simpler for you. It's going to make your life better. It's going to make your life more, efficient, right? because you can have all these tools that's working on your behalf, right? That's the beauty about this business, right? Like I said, is to be on that beach, Julie, right? And knowing that, yeah, my business is taken care of. Okay, it's covered. I don't physically have to be there, right? As opposed to, you have to go to that job. You physically have to be there. Whether you work from home, whether you work, on the actual job site, you still have to be there. Okay. Whereas I can have this just running for me in the background while I'm busy enjoying life, right? Now that is beautiful, Julie. That is beautiful, and that's what we have in our ecosystem. So yeah, people should, get to know it, right? Click on everything that's inside there, see what it does. You can't break it, folks. Okay, you're not gonna break it. Click on everything that's there. Oh wow, I didn't know. Oh, if I click on my orders, oh okay, wow, look what I see there, right? Didn't know that was there, right? As the marketplace expands, when you click on it, okay, now I'm seeing more and more things that are there, right? So there's so much to it that we need to spend some time in there, not just log in and log back out, but log in and see what's going on. For those who are founding members, early bird members within On Passive, right? You're able to log into your OES and then, I just click an icon and that takes me right into my old founders, okay? Where I can see, the written recaps and videos and all these things there, right? Without having to log in externally, right? Again, all in all one-stop shop, right? So I'm saying once we understand what is there and we get to know how each thing works, click on ONET, see what that's all about, right? Click on whole trim, right? Take a link and trim it, right? People are spending hundreds of dollars just for that free product, folks, right? Hundreds of dollars. Okay, you can Google it. Google, I need a URL trimmer, a URL shortener. Google it and see what comes up, and look at those companies that are out there and see what they're charging. Okay. So the point is, On Passive is already giving value, even right now, by giving you OMail, giving you ONET, giving you, OTrim, right? Giving you 14 days to try out OConnect, right? That's value that you're receiving for free, okay? And then once you check it out for yourself and says, oh, wow, you know what? I kind of like this, right? I kind of like even the look, Julie, right? The visual, the visual experience that you get within the ecosystem itself, okay? The design is there, right? It's a lovely design. People will love the way it looks, right? Because sometimes it's about looks, all right? It is what it is. Sometimes it is about that, it's about presentation. You know what I mean? That's why when you go certain places, you see certain people are at the front counter, right? And other people are in the back somewhere, right?
First impression.
Yeah, like it is what it is. When you walk in through that door, who's greeting you, right? So companies, pay attention to stuff like that, right? And so they know how the human psychology works. So, hey, when you log into a website, okay, the visual effect makes a difference, right? Makes a difference. So it's all there. It's all laid out for us. It's all done for us. So take advantage of that, right? Get to know your ecosystem.
Absolutely. And as everyone remember, today is Monday. A new theme of our website. It's there, beautiful. Check it out. So as we are going through the ecosystem and everything that we sharing with you today, if you have any question, Michael and I are holding a Q&A prior to our live every Monday. There's also a form that is out there for you to submit your question ahead of time, and then we will address them on one of these sessions. And if you miss it, don't worry, we'll record and we'll put it out there for you. And so the best part of our life right now is to be in On Passive and check out On Passive ecosystem. It's very addictive when you go on there. I log in there every single day. I see what's news there, and I learn a lot more from it. And especially the experience of having to, try out a new product, and not try out, to actually experience that product. It's all in our ecosystem. So if you haven't done that, so I encourage you, every single one of you. And if you are not in on passive ecosystem, just go find someone. They'll have a link, they'll send a link for you, or you can definitely go to our website as well. Just be in on passive ecosystem, because once you in there, it is made to simplify your life, all the complexities in your business, all the complexity in your life. And you have that community of people there that have the same goal, the same mindset, the same vision. And it's all there for the better of humanity. And so, and if you have someone in your life that you love, that you care for, also invite them to our on passive ecosystem, so that they can have the same experience that you are having. And we are here every single Monday to hopefully to address any questions, or bring in some values that we receive, or values that you may not see. And also, in that form of submission, if you feel that there are some values that we don't address, you actually can mention that there as well, and we'll bring it up. We'll love to do that. And so, yeah, stay on and stay in our ecosystem and have a great time. Do you have anything else you want to bring up, Michael?
Nope.
Nope.
No, again, we have such a beautiful system. There's lots of companies out there, folks, right? It's not like, On Passive is the only company that exists. There's lots of companies that are out there. But what do you see, though? What are you experiencing with those companies? You understand? Like, the experience makes a difference. It does. If I walk into a car dealership, I'm gonna go buy a car. If I'm not getting if I don't feel the right vibe, you know what I mean? If I'm not getting the right experience, I walk out and go to another dealership, right? Even if it's the same like dealership, but it's a different location, right? Sometimes that even makes a difference. You understand? So experience is important. You know what I mean? You play sports and you're on a team, and the experience that you have, with the coaching staff and all of that, it makes a difference, right? As to, okay, do I feel like, I want to be a part of this, or you know what? No, they're not friendly. So I'm going to find somewhere else to go, or if it's for my children, then I'll find somewhere else to bring that. You know what I mean? The experience is important, folks. And I've found, since being involved with On Passive, it's been such a positive experience. It's a place where people come to feel relieved. People come to be uplifted, right? From maybe having a bad day or whatever, and they come in and start talking about On Passive. All of a sudden, now there's a joy that comes over them. It's contagious, right? So why would I want that type of experience? That's why I said earlier that, yeah, I love Mondays, right? Because it's an opportunity to talk about On Passive. On Passive is something that's positive. It's a positive experience. We say there's only good news in On Passive. And I fully believe that, and I support, that, 100%, because it's true. If it wasn't true, I wouldn't support it, right? So, people just have to understand and get to know it for yourself. Don't take my word for it. Don't take Julie's word for it. Get a free account. It doesn't cost you anything. Get in, experience it for yourself. If you're already in, okay, spend some time there, because a lot of us don't spend any time at all, right? We just want to be spoon-fed, right? But no, it's better when you get that first-hand experience. It's one thing when somebody tells you, oh, man, that was a 5-star experience. Okay, that means absolutely nothing to me, right? But when you now go and you experience it for yourself, then you can say, wow, you know what? Okay, now I know what that person was talking about. You know what I mean? Right? So you want to experience it for yourself, folks. So take some time. You don't need to be in there every single day. I mean, I'm there probably a few times a day, right? But you don't have to, though, right? But just take some time, whenever you can. And whether it's 3 o'clock in the morning, whether it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon, it doesn't matter. It's there for you 24 hours a day. But spend some time in there, get to know it, and you'll fall in love with it. Okay? You will.
Absolutely, Michael. And thank you for bringing that up because it brought me to a point where I shared that with my dearest friend, our friend Susie. Um, there are so many of us who may not have an opportunity to experience certain stuff, a life experience. You may not have a chance to helping somebody, or you may not have a chance to travel somewhere, or you may not have a chance to learn something new. With On Passive as your friend, your partner in life and business, you actually have an opportunity to do it. So at the end of the communication with our dear friend Susie, I said, I want to be able to experience it. I want to live it and then go tell that story. And so when Michael bring up, about experiencing your ecosystem, experiencing it, you got to do it. Because if you don't have the experience and you don't live it, you can't tell anybody anything. And if you miss that and all you do is hear what people say, the experiencing of it, it's so much more important and valuable and more satisfying than just hearing it, right? So to me, my whole heart believe that On Passive give me that opportunity, that power, that ability for me to be able to live it. And I am living it right now. Every time when we're talking about On Passive, I am living that. And what does On Passive do? It's giving you the opportunity for all of us to be the best version of ourselves. And in order to have the best version of ourselves, it's not about hearing somebody tells you about this experience, that experience. Being the best version of yourself is for you and I, for all of us to live it and experiencing it. And so live it, live On Passive, live that life that you desire.
I don't want someone to tell me, Julie, oh, you know, um, how great a Mediterranean cruise is, how great a Caribbean cruise is. Like, I want to go experience that for myself, right? Oh man, I went to Venice and my goodness, it was just so great. Okay, that's fine for you, but it doesn't mean anything to me until I go to Venice myself and I get to experience all that it has to offer. Right? You understand? Right? That's what we're talking about, folks. So you can tell someone, oh, I went to this restaurant. Oh my gosh, the food was unbelievable. It was so awesome. Okay, that's great. But until I get to go there and experience it for myself, right? Now I know what you're talking about. And that's our ecosystem, right? Trust me, when you fully immerse yourself into it, right? And understand the magnitude of what we're involved in, where On Passive is concerned, and how it's going to change your lives, and not just your life, but so many people around the globe. It's going to have a positive impact. When you fully grasp that and understand the level, the degree of what we're talking about, it's a game changer. Okay. And it will change your life. There's no doubt. It will change your life. You have to be like living under a rock somewhere, for this not to change your. You would have to be, right? You'd have to be. You'd have to be. I don't say brain dead, but you'd have to be dead. Basically, you'd have to be in the grave, right? You'd have to be in the grave, to not be able to fully grasp what we have in our hands, right? Because if you're in the land of the living, you certainly want to be in On Passive's ecosystem, because it's going to change so many lives. And I'm so grateful that I'm a part of that, Julie. Why wouldn't you want to be a part of something that's going to have such a positive impact, on so many people, millions upon millions of people around the world? Why wouldn't you want to be a part of that? Of course I would. Absolutely. Right? Absolutely.
100%. So let's live it, right? Let's live it. Let's live. Let's experiencing it. Thank you so much, everyone. And remember, check out the back office. There's a form that you can submit your question. There's a Q&A session. And then Thursday, early morning, there is a presentation that I'll be presenting. And you kind of, dive deep into the ecosystem that, So see you all soon. Have a blessed day. Thank you, Michael, for being here. Thank you, everyone, for Simply Show Up. Take care, everyone. God bless.